Today, I want to share highlights of intuitive guidance for month, the energies of the month, where we will be supported, challenges, where would be the best way to steer your energy so that you can successfully harness all the positivity that May is bringing. Hello and welcome to Passionate Living, where we talk about everything intuition, mindset, and strategy. May is the month of mindfulness and intellectual surpluses. It opens the door to wealth of information that will support you in the field of realizing your ideas. Because the door of informational highway, as the message came through, will be opened and information will flow very quickly. But that information will flow, as said, at incredible speed, and therefore it will be difficult to catch it unless you are very mindful and very present. And this is the key to success in the month of May. The easiest way to do that will be through deep meditative states in which this information is not only loaded into the mind, but you also embrace it with your heart and with your whole body. You embody this information because the mind is limited in its capacity to remember and store information, while the heart is not and the body is not. And it processes information not only through words and forms like visions, but above all through frequencies that go beyond mere words and their limitations. So that is why we talk about that conscious language or energy language more in intuitive leader program, which I warmly invite you to check out and to join the program whenever it suits you. You can join it anytime you like, because there we talk more about the language of the heart, which goes beyond classic communication with words or forms. And this internal language is not based on logic, but on direct transfer of meaning. And this is known as uh, transferring a batch of information and then processing it. And I get that when I'm with dolphins, when I swim with them, when I get those transferred transmissions of information that come into my consciousness as a package. And then when I sense that there is a package of information, like telepathically conveyed, then I need time to unpackage this information in very linear way. So, and these packages will be coming also in May, because we are opening to this, as I said, information highway, and you can unpack it in two ways. So you can either use the technique of intuitive questioning, where you receive a package of information and then you ask meaningful questions and write the answers down. Or the second way is that you go into deep meditative practice, where mind relaxes to the point where these messages begin to unfold within you. So it's like a zip file that you get, and then you have to unpack it so that you can see actually what was packed into this zip file. It's similar to that. So this is the language of hearts intelligence, of higher intelligence, and that part of us is not separate from universal consciousness. It takes us beyond analysis or any kind of judgment that is based on our historic evidence, but it takes us straight into the field of resonance, where we know, because we feel the truth and information, we know this information before we even know how to word it, how to put it into words in our very linear way of uh, thinking and uh, writing and putting things into words. So new information will be revealed also in the technology field. So in the field of computing, something that is good for humanity will come out probably in May. And this message is also coming, um, that mindfulness is not only desirable in May, but also um, must be, must do for success that you are striving for in May, because it will help you capture very important information. Also, the third thing that can help you is to be present in the situation as observer. This will help tremendously, because you can achieve this by observing all situations, as if you step out of direct energy of the situation, if you are, because if you are in direct energy interaction with people, mainly, or with information that are coming through the screens, then you can be in with all your emotions. And you know, it will be similar, like you are in the woods but you cannot see the trees. But when you step out of situation and you are there as an observer, you are not directly emotionally involved, and this state of being will help you manage situations in desired way. This is very powerful for May. It's also in general very powerful technique, but in May, this outcome, this will bring you outcomes of situations exactly as you imagined them to be. So this is very important, and it will help you positively manage all life situations. May is energetically manifested also as a month of intellectual access, scientific revelations, personal breakthroughs in a way that we think there will be new revelations, like, let's say, challenges. And challenges will be faced by those who do not want to change. And this is, as it came, like 80% of people as came intuitively the information. And in May, there will be one of Hermetic laws very, very in action, let's say. It will be put into practice, and it's as within, so without, as without, so within. So the law as within, so without teaches us that the body is not separate from spirit. It is only an opening through which the inner consciousness is expressed. And the second thing is very important within this law, that manifestation is not something that we order, but it's something that we become. And this is very, very important in May. Therefore, working with consciousness, body, and energy is essential for everyone that wants to lead themselves or others to create new, better reality. And this Hermetic law contains the universal principles of reflection, of mirroring, and matching, which states that the inner world, which is thoughts, emotions, beliefs, are energy, and the external world, which are events, relationships, experiences, are are always mirroring one another. So let's this down. Like inside, so outside. This means that our inner states, consciousness or unconsciousness, are expressed and manifested in our external reality. If we cultivate fear, for example, situations will arise in our external world that will reflect that or confirm that fear. However, if we tune in to our inner truth, calmness, vision that we want to embrace and live, the external reality will also begin to reflect this harmony. And the second part of this law, like on the outside, so in the inside, is even more into forefront working in May. This part of the law points out that the external world also influences our internal state, and this will be very present in May. Like environment, people, media, nature, all of these can awaken certain thoughts or feelings in us. Therefore, it is very important that we consciously choose what we surround ourselves with, because it directly affects our inner world. And if someone wants more inner peace but lives in chaos, for example, in constant rush and conflict, then inner peace will not be possible without a change in the internal or external environment. Uh, and in May, this will be very much in the works, because if you will change external environment, it will be easier for you to achieve this inner peace. But oftentimes the change begins from inside into the outside. So we delve deeper into hermetic laws in Elite Mind program. If that's something you want to know more about, please contact me for more information. And especially we work within Elite Mind with the law of polarity. So in case, as said, in case of May's energies, the changes will come from the outside. And if you don't know how to accept and process them properly, you may have problems in the area of your well-being, especially in the area of the heart and head. However, all mental problems will be reflected in how successfully you can manage everyday life, especially in the area of relationships and workloads. Uh, all Also, what's important in May is all the technologies currently available to us are accelerating at the speed of reacting, thinking, and putting practical things into practice. So embrace these new positive technologies, both spiritual and computing technologies, because in both cases, it is invisible world that is difficult to understand, and the easiest way to internalize it is to trust and use it. Use it and then check these practical effects of using both of those energy in your life. For example, if you're using spiritual technology, then mantra, meditation, or energy alignment before any meeting that you have will help you appear centered, focused, and with this inner certainty. And as a result, people will perceive you differently, which leads to a more successful outcome. And in the case of computing technology use, if you're using AI tools to create, for example, content that allows you to translate ideas into reality faster and in more structured way, it is not about replacing your intuition, but it is about expanding your creative power. For example, no AI can write intuitive guidance of the months where I tune into the energies or collective energies of the month, but it can help me structure and develop further on some of the ideas that are very educational for people that I can process quickly with the help of AI, for example. So both types of technologies, spiritual and computing technologies, have the same essence. It's about working with the invisible field and trusting and putting this technology into practice that can improve every aspect of your life. Yes, May is going to be such a month of tangible and intangible things. And as I shared in April's webinar, Activate the Quantum Powers of Positive Manifestation, knowing how to manage reality at the level of the smallest particle of energy is not only an exotic new thing, but also a necessity that must be well mastered. So don't hesitate. Book a call with me, and I will walk you through the process of positive manifestation, which can help you implement what you desire quickly and more accurately. So, yeah, don't settle for less than you deserve. You can have it all. You can align with what you desire, but it all starts within you with an idea, a decision, a thought, a feeling. And the key is to align your vibration with the vibration of the reality you want to create. That sounds simple, right? But the practice is often more challenging, as you may know. The reality we live in can be complex and challenging. And this is why understanding and living the laws of the universe and quantum principles is invaluable. It also allows you to become the conscious creator of whatever you desire to create here. So, yeah, if you are not already working with your guides and archangels, May is a great month to start because it supporting energy of archangels and your guides would not only be more visible but also more accessible. And yeah, so delve deeper into your meditative practices where you can get deeper connections with those energies. May will be also more encouraging than April was. So for those who failed to capture those potent energies of April, because the possibility of rising above the problems of humanity is coming, and when a critical mass of people achieves this, there will also be a massive change that will reflect that back to us. But remember that the night is darkest before the dawn. Therefore, master the creation of reality and trust in yourself and your inner strength and create the world that you want to live in. So hold your desired vibration, work on it, raise it. Because in May, something will also break. It will definitely like break and fall off. And this heralds the need to stay strong and dare to step into the unknown, even if you feel like you don't have the ground under your feet. However, I do not advise this to anyone, but only to those who are brave, who have this inner certainty, who know where they are going, because otherwise, the fear of losing your grounding or fear of uh, this uh, fear of, I don't know, whatever fear that may come up, these fears may prevail. So just follow the steps that someone that is more experienced than you, if you are in fear, if you feel fear to go on, to move into the unknown, it's better for you to follow someone that is doing these steps before you, that will be paving this way for you. Because in May, illusion will also prevail, but only to mentally weak people. This is the sense of some false consolidation when they start creating castles in the clouds, but the reality is quite different. And it's about living exclusively in dreams, but not in real physical world. It is very ungrounded. Actions are the ones that will help you avoid this illusory, this illusion reality altogether, or rather to transcend it. And yes, as long as we are here in this physical body, on this physical planet, it is part of our reality. When we realize that we are a spirit in a physical body, or vice versa, that a physical body is in our spirit, then we know how to add 1 + 1 and understand this physical reality is not an illusion, but only a projection of reality that clearly shows us what we can change, upgrade, or improve. It is similar to watching a movie, for example, where we are in the role of observer or viewer, and as such, it is easier to recognize what the main character or heroine should do differently, better, to more easily reach the desired end of a certain chapter of their life. So, the question is, what movie of your life do you want to watch in May? What chapter are you living, and how do you want it to end? Start creating the most beautiful chapter by delving into deeper meditative practice that will help you start making changes in easy, safe, and very creative way. And I want to help you with that. So I'm available for 25 minutes intuitive insights based of energy philanthropy. So contact me for more information and let's chat, because the universe is waiting for your next step. But don't, but I don't want this help to be just a band-aid on your wound, but I want it to be incentive for you to take that next brave step further, because the universe is holding its breath and waiting for you to take the next step. Yes. So let's see where the energies of the month will be most beneficial for us. The energy will be very transformative, and it will strengthen your energy field and remove all of stagnant energy, which will support you in process of growth, because there's a lot of fiery energy in the month of May. So you can achieve this without much effort. You can either use fire energy to burn whatever you don't want anymore in your life, or you can either use diamond violet flame. So that's very, very useful for me. The biggest challenge will be in who to trust. Something is going to crystallize in terms of realizations that we maybe have outgrown the people we trust, or maybe they haven't been quite honest with us. And that can be any kind of experts, like doctors, like maybe mechanics of a car, maybe lawyers, maybe our spiritual guides. So something will be happening in that field also. And where to steer your energy to manifest more easily and joyfully. The soul path, or some sense of fulfillment, will be more within the reach than ever. So pay attention to your spiritual practices and practice deep, deep meditation. I hope this information is very useful. And if it is, I warmly, warmly ask you to press like, to subscribe to this channel and help it grow. And also contact me if you need any more information, intuitive insights, or help that can help you move further on your path with ease, joy, and positive manifestation. Bye bye.